This is Val, owned by Wes and Renee LaFortune. Sit. I'm going to go through a couple reps on a couple of these force fetch drills that I work on. The first one's what I call a pile drill, sit. So maintain your pup at a sit. Walk out occasionally, just check back, make sure your puppy hasn't moved. And on this one, depending what you have for space, as far as distance, you can vary this, but I like to make sure I spread them out horizontally, about 10 feet apart. So if she grabs one and then wants to run for one of the other ones, I've got time to hopefully, call her off that with a here command. So anytime you lay objects out there, I send her on fetch. Sit. Fetch. And I don't care which one she gets first, but when she gets one, here is head back, heel, come in, sit, fetch, sit, hold. And they're a little wet because it just rained. Drop, sit, fetch. Here, so always keep that in mind. In other words, the conditions. If things are really wet and slippery, sit, or it's hot. So if it's hot, be careful how many reps you do. Drop, fetch. So this would be called a pile drill. Heel, sit. Occasionally I'll just tap her nose, hold, drop, sit. So I'm going to repeat that. Like I said, you want to make sure you have a spot where when you lay them down, she can see them good. Just for the object will pull her out there better than. I prefer to use the lighter colored ones because dogs are basically colorblind. They don't see color. They see in shades of, gray, white, that type of stuff. So the lighter the object, the better they visually can see them. That's why when you see blaze orange retrieving objects, that's for you to see. The dog can't see them. It's for you to see. Sit, fetch. Here, good girl, Val. Heel, sit, drop, fetch. And then I like to get down to just 2 to work on. Here, some of these diversion drills. Heel, drop, fetch. The first one's what I call a sit, hold, throw drill. So if she comes in, heel, sit, might tap her nose, hold, and then I'm going to throw one. Now she's going to want to go, drop, sit, Val. So this, when I throw them, I'll actually release them on their name. Her name doesn't mean fetch. It's like saying, okay, you can go. Heel, hold, drop, Val. If she didn't go, then I would say the fetch command. This is a throw over drill. As I throw it, heel, I'm calling her into heel. Good. Drop. Val. So the key is when she gets it, here, when I throw, heel. Now every once in a while, I want to make sure, sit. She's just not going off my voice. Drop. Sit. 98, 24, 36. Good shot. Val. And I might go fetch. Just a reminder, that's why you're going. Here. Heel. Then I have what I call a drop, heel, sit, a double drill. So the main thing is you want to tell her sit. And I prefer, you can start with 1 if you want, sit. But I like to throw 2. Heel, so you saw her break. Sit. So that's important that you get her back to heel first and correct sit. Heel. Here, here, here. Same thing. I don't mind her having the excitement to do it, but I want her to realize It's when I ask her. Val. So I threw those, so I'll release her on her name. Here. Good girl. So her making that mistake, you just got to kind of see how I corrected that. Drop. Fetch. So of course I'll repeat this, and the key is, if she made a mistake, is how you do it the next time. Sit. So this is where, drop, you would add your collar, and where I'd use a nick and tell her sit. So you kind of saw her react to that. So it's like I reached down and just reminded her, don't go. Val. So that's really important. If you get a mistake and you have to correct it, the next time try and reinforce it before you try it again. Drop. Val. And then I'll take a deadfall, throw it behind me. So when I bring her in, here, heel, sit, drop. Now, I can reinforce the fetch command with the E-collar feeling. So I'll just turn, heel, but when I send her, fetch, fetch, I just pushed her there with the E-collar. And I might just throw one just short again, heel. Good girl. Sit, drop, fetch. Just a reminder, I can get you to pick that up through that feeling. Heel, sit, hold, drop. Then I have what I call fun throws, and fun throws are basically, where you want to go out and just throw some retrieves for fun. So I'll release her on okay, and just throwing out there for fun. You can see how much more enthusiasm you create with that, but always get the delivered hand, in other words, come into heel, sit, drop, okay. And when you do these, kind of be careful. I mean, if you have a uphill spot, kind of an up, your grade goes up, it's better just for less issues of her maybe injuring herself trying to stop. Hold, hold, drop, sit. So that's just a little summary of a couple of these drills I like to work them on for their force fetch maintenance. And that's Val, owned by Wes and Renee LaFortune.